Section 8 Water System. 8.1 General. The water system of the Amtrak's bi-level car provides both potable and sanitary water supplies to the passenger crew. Each car has a pressurized cold water system within 250 gallons of water storage tanks. They heat a hot water supply with an 80-gallon hot water heater and an equipment compartment along with a 250-gallon tank. See Figure 8.1. The water supply system fill pointed on each side of the car. The three-way valve that each will fill the way allows the train to compress air to be cut off while refilling the water storage. The potable water system, potable cold water is supplied from about 250 gallon stainless storage tanks and located in the A end of the compartment, and the cold water is used to apply the potable and sanitary water for the cars. The hot water is provided electrically heated in two heater elements. Tank of the storage capacity of 80 gallons. The sanitary water services isolated potable water source of the backflow of the prevent enter of the entire water system is kept under the air pressurized water system raising system. The 821 water raising system. The water raising system is used to raising water storage tanks circulating through the car and utilize compressed air to the train car to supply them and fed through the adjustment and reducing the valve. The valve limits the air pressure of the water storage tanks to 35 to 220 psi and delivery lines. Water raising the reservoir stores the using of raising circulating water. It also prevents loss due to the loss of main reserve pressure. Here in picture 8.1, the equipment room end and the coach and the sleeping. You see the water at the top, far left, the top left corner. Hot water tank, water reserve, air reserve, 250 gallon water tanks, water fill box, waste treatment system, air conditioning unit, exhaust blower. And the next picture, you see a large diagram. We'll start over here at the round 680 gallon hot water heater, the heater element, two required pressure gauge, the relief valve, the angle globe valve into the mixing valve, which is into with a left and a right. I guess that's a hot and a cold, and to the valve, to these valves to the ports, and with a three-way cock valve and the water fill cowl to water fill goes to check valve, is where the relief followed by these passes the 1.5 flush waters to the 3.5 central water heating and stuff goes into the over here to the drainage 8 plugs. With these a long dotted line with the arrows in it is air, waste, and then water. So the flush water goes into the plugs, and the plugs go into the automatic drain valves, which is then brought in around a trap of lower level passenger. The central watering to which looks to me like a vestibule of the toilets and things like that. And then finally back into the upper level of the circulating pump of the check valve, water cooling, water fountain kind of crap. If you're looking from the water heater into from the three-way cock valve, you go into files down into the water treatment exhaust hose, clean out, oversight of the three-way clock water filter, and they have ball valves, 250 water gallon tanks in the backflow preventer. Equipment rooms and lower level passengers. An adjustment of the reducing valve prevents excessive air pressure to the water system at the fill point of their three-way cock. The turn off of the fill position will cut off the train compressed air. The three-way valve turn to the air position of the water supply and cut off the water pressure builds up to 350 psi. That's right, 35 psig. The 822 hot water heater, the hot water storage tank located in the A in the equipment compartment of the capacity 80 gallons of water that contains with the 375 kilowatt electrical immersion type of the water operating at 480 volt 3 phase 600 hertz of the mixing valve with the hot water discharging instead of the delivery of the approximately 118 degrees Fahrenheit water to the system. A lower water cutoff is installed to protect the heater system. 823, the water cooler. One of the water coolers installed in the coach wing sleeping is located at upper level. Carnio, the vestibules of the staircase and the diner car, the water spigot is in the upper level. The laboratories, having hot and cold water lines run to each of the basin. The basin are trapped in the line of discharge water system directly onto the tracks, flushing the water in from the cold water and issuated the potable water. The backflow that prevented the drain heaters are located in the water station washing basin drains outlet and preventing icing disclog clogging the discharge lines. A water raising system. From the far left, you see the air reserve going into the airflow supply line from the check valve into the adjusting valve, then into the E1 safety valve and the three-way cutoff cocks, followed to the water fills and through the middle of the 250-gallon water tanks, and then from the 250 water-gallon tanks into a hot water heater, and then out to hot water and cold water, and then flushable water and backflow preventer. The 825 antifreeze protection drain air heaters are located in the water station with a washable basin output for preventing the icing, clogging, and discharge. When the cars are powered, the water system is protected against freezing. The mechanical dump valve, the automatically dump valve, the system will the water system drop below 380 F. Sanitary water system. The sanitary water system is used to provide flushing water to the toilets at bi-level, and the flushing water supply with the cold water level pressured at 200 psi. Use the training line compressed air system of figure 8.3 and 8.4, or the water is separated. The portable water, the backflow prevented the toilets have activated through the flushing. The pressing of the button after the toilet is flushed, the hopper containing the sewage is cleansed, and sewage from flush water then moved into the masseter of the unit by the vacuum system. The masseter is commonly to all two toilets of the car, which, except for the dining car, which is a self-contained system, is located on the A end of the equipment compartment. Sewage enforced in the macro, which is reduced to the liquid efficiently discharged to the roadbed. The fluent released on the roadbed. Only the train traveling at speeds at 25 miles per hour or faster determine the truck speed sensors. Here you see the water system treatment coach as it goes into the handicap toilet, the unisex toilets, and the sanitary piping line from the water treatment system. Figure 8.4. 831 waste treatment system. The waste treatment system has a toilet that uses onboard portable water as a flushing method. The system not installed by the bi-level dining cars, from which has been the crew toilet, self-contained unit. The operating system enabled for the using of the 48 valve three-phase 60 hertz electrical water supply compressed air system. The system employs the vacuum to transfer the oils to the collection tank of the diaphragm collection of the holding. The process is illustrated in the figure 8.5 described as follows. The flush cycle is initiated pressing the toilet button in the lavatory compartment. The flushing control is actuated by the permanent water through the flash valve and then the toilet bowl. During each flush cycle is 5 seconds. Approximately one half of the gallon is used and simultaneously starts the flush cycle. The bowl drain valve that only opens permanent to water leads to the little bowl. The air together in the mixture water in the waistline flows rapidly to the collection tank due to the differential pressure produced by the vacuum pump. The wastewater is temporarily in collection tank until the sufficient valve is accumulated. The tank amounts approximately 22 gallons of Mercitarian style automatically initiated, reduced, and the waste slowly and transferred to the collection tank of the holding tank. During the maceration cycle, the pump and the macerator reduce the particular waste of the type items, and waste slowly retains the holding tank of the 10 minutes until the train archives the speed of 25 miles per hour. And the manual inhibition button located in the electrical locker, which may be locked out and dumping operation traveling in the restricted zones. Here's another picture of the system of the toilets to the flowgram. From the top, you see these are two water lines, a water supply and a compressed air line. They both go into the toilet standing from the flush valve. The compressed air line goes into the drain valve, while the water supply goes through the top of the head. And from the drain valve, the go-tos from other toilets to other toilets are back into what's known as the collection tank that has an exhaust vacuum pipe on it. The collection tank then goes into the motor pump macerator with a check valve. Either goes to the service drain valves or it goes through the check valve to the vent check valve to the holding tank, which has another vent check valve and a dump valve and a service drain valve. Under the normal condition, the dumps are automatically commanded the waste level in the collection tank. However, the disposal inhibited in the car is stationary when dumping is prohibited. Each sensor is used in controlled dumping the valve in situation the control vent prevents the dumping of valve operation in the car and maintains the predetermined minimum speed that controls the all provisioned manual switching of the one initiated the immediate dumping followed by the maceration of the batch of the collection tank established by the dump of the lockout of the travel through the zones of the dumping restriction, and the three override the speed restriction of the permanent normal operation when stopped below minimum speed. The two-tank arrangement permits the use of the toilet system continuous without interruption. When collected with one tank while wasting the other tank is held with the disposal. The transfer of one tank from the other is very, very rapid, permitting complete isolation batches. All valves, controls, and electrical, with the exception of the one toilet draining valve, which is electrically controlled by the pneumatically actuated. The service drain valves, which may be operated manually during the system maintenance. 831 system components. The waste treatment system incorporates a collection tank, holding tank, pump, and macerator, vacuum pump, treatment pump, tank dump valves, and lead switch assemblies. Lever sense assemblies, drain valves, electrical control boxes. Illustrated figure 8.6 of the components mounted on the frame that provides a centralized location for system and isolation. The collection tank receives all waste and transfer the toilets. The toilet volume of the tank is 44 gallons. However, whenever the tank connects to the reach of the level of 22 gallons, the macerator starts. And excess cover normally removed is located at each end of the gain and entry of the interior. On the other end of the collection of the tank liquid, the sensor assembly is attached, but located on the top of the tanker car. Waste and inlet fitting of the connection transfer from the line of the toilet is a 4-inch port of the connection vacuum pump of the 3-plant vacuum switch. Located on the lower portion of the tank, the 3.5-inch flange out, which mates to the sump, the magnetic pump plug, which attracts the fierce objects, the 3 and 2-inch FPT fitting of the connection to the tank draining valve associated in 2-inch draining plumbing. The vacuum switch threads into the top of the collection tank. It switches the sense to lack adequate vacuum between the toilets. The collection tank is due to the catastrophic leak non-operation vacuum pump. The switch prevents the flushing of the toilets. The lever sensory assembly. The lever sensory assembly probes with extended through the mounting plate of the connection of the electronic control unit module located inside the control box. The sensor mounting of the plate is attached to the end. Here you see the waste system components with the control box removed from the clarity, holding the tank and the level switch, the assembly, the collection tank of the frame, the service draining valve, the live level sensor assemblies, pump macinator, the sump, the power capacitor, the vacuum pump, and the M filters, mufflers. Here's another picture of the waste system with the control box on it, and the vacuum box with the jump valve, holding tank, and its service drain valve and collection tank. Of the collection tank, within 3 probes of the electrodes to determine the level of the contents of the collection of the tank. The probes are located in 2 different levels to detect the low voltage of the plus with a conductor present at 1.5 seconds to overcome the effects of slushing. The liquid of the contents of the collection tank, approximately 22 gallons. It will cover the contact of lower. The 2 probes of the normal processing cycle initiated. The upper probe provided the preventing the toilets from flushing into the tank of the contents, reaching the level approximately 26 gallons. The vacuum in the pump and the muffler's vacuum pump is different from the 5 horsepower 480 volt 3-phase motor. The pump operates approximately 5 seconds each time the toilet is flush connected with the connection. The tank of the flexible ducting. The pump provides the air movement required to transfer the waste of the toilets to the collection tank. The 2 mufflers are employed by the vacuum dump, and once is associated with the inlet port of the other exhaust port. The muffler connection to the are in 2-inch FPT within the mated fittings of the associated in the ducting. Each muffler is associated in the bracket on the frame. The sump connects all the collection pump tank of the pump. The macinator is located beneath the macinator mounted in the frame. The sump is inlet flanges attached to the collection tank of the fitting on the side of the sump is connected with the manual drain valve with associated plumbing of the collecting tank of the pump macinator. Check the valve of the pump macinator, motor pump, the motor macinator assembly. The central figure pump is incorporated the current assembly at the inlet of the macinator, driven up the 2 horsepower 480 volt AC and the 3-phase 60 hertz motor during the operation. A nominal flow of 50 GPMs at 3 psi. Waste of the collection tank is reduced to the slurry a slurry pumped in through a check valve of the holding tank. Check valve is installed, ensuring the liquid in only the direction holding the tank during the vacuum flushing, and the installation of the check the valve rushing requires the humping of the valve body on the top of the arrow, the points of the holding tank. The holding tank receives the waste of the pump mass in air, which is retained by the disposal of the tank of the same size collection tank of the mounted in the frame at each of the end of the four legs. Also connection type tank also covers not normally removed to the provided as each end of the gain entry in the interior. The vented located on the top of the bottom of the tank, on the bottom of the tank, and an outlet which connects the dump valve with the plumbing, and an elbow connecting the manual drain of the plumbing and fitting and attaching the air chamber assembly. The air chamber assembly mounted on the lower side of the holding tank is connected with the flexible rule tube holding the tank, which was in selecting the level of switch assembly. The switch that prevents excessive waste of the transfer to collection tape and retention tank connection of the 26-gallon level. The holding tank dump valve electrically actuated at 120 volts AC. The two-bell valve dumps the treated waste automatically when commanded by the waste level in the collection tank. The level selector switch assembly. The lever switch assembly consists of an enclosure hinge containing the holding tank full of the liquid level switch. The switch is connected with a 120 volt AC controls the air pressure actuated in the air column and actuates contains holding the tank about 22 gallons. The control box contains the electrical distribution control circuitry for the system and toilet operation. Inside the control circuit, inside the control box, following the components are located in one waste system disconnection and switch to which 480 volt a three-phase 600 power hertz system, and the toilet is disconnected. One motor system contactor, each of the vacuum pump, the pump macinator, the center contactor is not used for each of the time. The transformer, which converts 480 volt AC, the three-phase 600 hertz, the 120 volt AC, the one for is 600 hertz power. The control circuit components, valves, the 4, the liquid, the center control unit, and the 5, the control system. The control system is powered by a 120 volt phase, but the transformer is mounted on the barrier side inside the control box, consisting of the following: 1 of the 10 amp per circuit breaker, 2 the system program timer, 3 the terminal strip, 4 the printed circuit breaker assembly on which the toilet timers and manual override of the relay. The terminal strips are mounted. The barrier is provided by a hinge over the secures of the toilets and the timers. 8.3 the toilets and assemblies. The toilets are composed of the stand of the toilet bowl and trap, and the flush valve, the drain valve, except for the dining crew, which is self-contained in the system. First, from the top left corner to the going clockwise, you see the bowl, flush valve, the drain valve, and the stand. The toilet components. Figure 8.7. The polished stainless steel of the trap installed with the top of the stand. The fasteners secure the assembly gasket, provides a seal against the leakage of the nozzle located in the upper rim of the bowl. Directs the flush of the water in both directions around the bowl to clean the inner surface. The trap fabricated in cast iron, Teflon coated in the proper cleaning of the purpose of preventing any entry of large solid objects to the toilet, draining with the cause of obstruction. The solid operated flush valve permits for the flows of the flushing into the toilet bowl. For the flushing button push, the valve is mounted in the inlet of the tube of the rear of the bowl. The coupling is provided with the interconnecting of the pressure regulated flushing of the water supply line. Note that the flushing water system must have been regulated to supply the providing approximately 6 GMPs, 9 psi GA's pressure at the flush valve at each of the toilet. The toilet drain valve is a solenoid controlled by a pneumatically actuated ball. It is located inside the toilet, attached to the trap. The valve is provided by the 1.5 inch adapter tube, the connector, the water waste transfer tube, and an artificial locator, an orifice located on the valve of the body connection by the compressed air supply system. Note that the compressed air system must have the regulated supply providing air pressure of 60 to 100 psigs at the drain valve to each system. Also, the system requires a safety and rear locking pressure switch to provide on the open contact with the air pressure lens is lost inside and being installed to the electrical connected to the control box. 833 the toilet facilities. 5 various types of toilet room facilities have been installed in coach dining and sleeping by level. They are unisex handicap person toilet and shower facilities, deluxe sleeper room and woman lounge that have separate toilet rooms and coach and room member toilet facilities and lower level dining cars. The unisex bathroom, the handicap bathroom, the deluxe room for showering, the crew member room, and the woman's lounge. Each toilet provides a pressurized water system in order to separate the wires. Plumbing fixtures of the toilet room encourages enclosures are made by the fiberglass reinforced plastic stainless having removable access panel surfacing the toilet bowl is made of stainless and steel flush water clean with each flush. The toilet seats are made of the high impact polystyrene plastic durability. The lavatory is compromised oval stainless steel bowl and countertop of the backflash surface area. The lavatory unit located in each toilet room, with the exception of the women's lounge, with each has each lavatory arrangement head and hold water faucet spring closing handles. Each facility is accepted and is noted contains the following as items: ashtray, toilet paper holder, user razor blade disposal, sanitary napkin disposal, women's lounge only, baby diaper disposal, each screw, toilet minor, soap and toilet dispenser cabinet, coats and coat hooks, lounge sofa, women's lounge only, vanity chairs, women's lounge only, infant changing table, convenience outlet, electrical shaver use in a shower facility, deluxe sleeper home only. Section 9, truck brakes.